Hey guys, it's Ray. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you guys about how to stay positive. I have a few tips about how to stay positive. I realized something in my life wasn't right. Something was just not clicking. I could not get myself together, and I realized it was a negative attitude that had blocked so many blessings and have ruined so many relationships. So I'm 28 now, so I would say in the last year or so I've been working really hard to have a positive attitude about everything, to always look on the bright side about everything. I was the type that no matter what kind of news I heard, whether it was good news or bad news, I had some more bad to throw on top of it. If it was good news, something was about to go bad. If it was bad news, I knew it was going to happen, because nothing ever goes right for me, right? I think that's what a lot of us think. I think a lot of us struggle with having a negative attitude. I don't know exactly where it comes from, but it's definitely something you are going to have to work on if your idea is to become successful in any way, whether it's to have a successful family, to have a successful career, to own a successful business. You're going to have a positive attitude. So stay tuned so I can give you a couple tips. So my first tip is to challenge your negative thinking. When something happens in life, which is always going to happen, things aren't always going to go right for you. It's just not going to work out. My tip is to challenge your negative thinking. So try to see the best in everything. If something happens, like your car broke down, okay, well, at least you have the money to get it fixed, or at least you have somebody that's willing to help you get around until you can get it fixed, or at least the car didn't blow up, you know. And some days are easier than others to do that. Some days you're just gonna have to look a little bit harder, but my advice is to just start, because once you start having a more positive outlook about everything, it will begin to come naturally. At first, for me, it was so hard to have a positive attitude about things, but I knew that in order to keep my family and to be successful in any measure of the word, I was going to have a positive attitude. So now when bad things happen, sometimes negative thoughts creep in, but I can easily cut them out by replacing them with something positive. So that's tip number one. My second tip is to write in a gratitude journal. So I wake up a little bit early every single day so I can pray, read my Bible, and write in my gratitude journal. It's so important to be thankful for what you have and to be grateful, because that's the only way God can open up to give you more blessings. And some days that's hard too. I mean, I've had times where I'm like, God, I don't have anything to be grateful for, yet I woke up, yet I have my health, yet all my kids were healthy, yet I lived in a house, I had a car to get me to where I had to go. So even the little things, sometimes I can wake up and look outside and be like, my God, thank you so much for just waking me up, and really be thankful for it. Because sometimes we don't think, when we're talking about gratitude, sometimes we don't think about the little things. But I thank God for my eyesight. It's not that great, but I thank God for my eyesight, because some people can't see the beautiful blue sky. Some people can't see the green grass. So make it a habit every single day to write in your gratitude journal and find something to be thankful for. My third tip is to create a positive environment to live in. The people you spend time with and the information that you let inside your mind is going to have a big impact on your attitude. Spend time with people that lift you up, and less time or no time with people that bring you down, and that's including family. I know this from experience. There's people in my family that had the same blood running through my veins that I had to completely cut off, and I hated to do it. But after you give somebody time and you tell them what path you're on, and they see what path you're on, and all they want to do is spew their negativity at you, it's no longer healthy for you to be in that relationship. And sometimes we think, oh, just because they're family, or we've had these friends for 10 or 15 years, that it's unfair to cut them off. But it's not unfair. It's unfair to you to continue to be in a relationship with people who are negative and have negative things to say about you. And about the information that we let in positive things that support you. For instance, listen to a motivational podcast, watch a motivational movie, read a motivational book, something that will pour into your spirit, something positive, so that way you'll be positive. My fourth tip is to take care of your physical self. So it's important to drink lots of water, to sleep whatever sleep is best for you. I don't want to give you an amount of time to sleep. I think it's like 6 to 8 hours usually for an adult. I can sleep 6 or 7 hours and I'm pretty good for the day. Some people need like 8 or 9 hours to sleep. So whatever good sleep is for you, make sure you get it, because it just helps you, you know, rejuvenate and get refreshed. Eat better. So I was on a diet recently, not necessarily a diet to lose weight, just to like a cleanse, and it was like something lifted off of my brain, and I feel crazy for saying that, but I had like I must have had like a brain fog, because as soon as I started eating right and exercising and drinking a lot of water and putting good things into my body, I felt like I was even able to see clearer. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but just take care of yourself. Eating better, like I said, exercising, getting enough sleep, drinking plenty of water, taking care of yourself can have an amazing effect on your attitude. My fifth and final tip is stop comparing yourself to others. So this was something that was really, really hard for me. When you look at especially social media, when you look at social media and you see people your age or people younger than you having so much and doing so much, and you're sitting around on your couch like a lump on a log, it can kind of make you a little bit jealous and envious of their life. But what I've learned is that God has me on a certain path and God has them on a certain path, and whatever path that is, I'm going to embrace it and be thankful for it and do what I'm supposed to do, just like they should do what they're supposed to do. And social media is so terrible, because we look at people's Instagram feed and we see the highlights of their life. We don't get to see, you either see the really, really highs and the really, really lows, but you don't see the in between, the hustle and the grind for them to get to where they're at. Or, you know, just the behind the scenes every day of everybody's life. You just see a highlight. So you're comparing their highlight to your everyday grind, and it doesn't match up. And that's because that's what people want you to see. They want you to see the best. Just like you wouldn't take an Instagram picture without looking decent. It's the same for them. It's the same type of concept. When you go on Instagram and you put a picture up, you make sure it's decent, you make sure it looks good. And it's the same for everybody else. Everybody wants you to see their best. They want you to, they want to look good. So it's not unusual. It's just important, so important not to compare yourself and focus on your own race. You are supposed to be doing something, and if you're too busy watching everybody else, how are you supposed to get done what you're supposed to get done? You can't. When I start complaining to my husband, he's always like, this is what he always says. He's like, why do you think horses have blinders on while they're racing? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, so they can focus on their own race, and that's what you need to be doing. And I'm like, all right, so you're right. So it's important not to compare yourself. That's a big deal, and that's probably one of the most important ones on the list, is stop comparing yourself. You are good enough, you are great, and you are you, and nobody can be you like you can be you. So this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.